My name is Dr. Claire Strode. I'm the owner and orthodontist here at Strode Orthodontics. You may run into me out at the soccer fields or out on the baseball diamonds. The things that I love most about orthodontics are when patients tell me how much they enjoy their smile and how much more confidence they have after having their treatment. We love serving the families and people here in South Johnson County and also surrounding areas. And I look forward to serving you and your family.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's Heating and Air Conditioning Company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net. Or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill.
Buy one Sonic Smasher and get another free. That's right, buy one hand-smashed Angus beef Sonic Smasher and get another free. It's the dual threat quarterback of burger deals. Buy one, get one free in the Sonic app.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
This is your home for the Broncos. Spring Hill Sports Live.
Busher, though, with the rebound. She'll go right back up with it. Gets contact and the foul. Final seconds of this first quarter. 3 on the way by Herman. Big 3 to close out the first. Over to Schultz, nearly stolen away it is. Miller, throw it out for Gaw. Gaw being trailed. Hudson elevates and lays it in. Why he didn't shoot that, I don't know. Bruce will go from way down. Oh, baked it in! Yeah. Baked it in! My God. How about them apples? Wow.
It's time for the Broncos on your home for Spring Hill High School Athletics. Spring Hill Sports Live.
There's nothing like home sweet home, the Spring Hill High School pet band here in Spring Hill High School as we return with our final non-conference slate here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Bronco basketball is presented by Strode Orthodontics. Strode Orthodontics specializes in creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and the staff of Strode Orthodontics are experienced, highly trained orthodontic specialists with decades of combined experience. Locations in Spring Hill, Olathe, and Overland Park. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. It is our pregame show presented by Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning as we welcome you into tonight's doubleheader here on Spring Hill Sports Live. It's the Lady Broncos up first. They're going to take on another UKC opponent that we'll preview here coming up next year. It's the Lady Leavenworth Pioneers. To everyone watching, we say good evening and thanks for joining us here on Spring Hill Sports Live alongside my partner, Caden Carbajo, Curtis Kaiser, joining us once again here on Spring Hill Sports Live. I'm Brendan Bolin, your voice of the Broncos. Well, if there's nobody hotter in the state of Kansas right now when it comes to girls basketball, it's the Spring Hill Lady Broncos, winners of their last 8 coming into this one, 12-5 on the season. And Curtis, there's no better time that these girls can play better basketball than right now.
Absolutely. So, you know, I got a preview tonight of a team that we're going to be playing in the conference next year. So that's always good to get a preview, get to know the program, and the girls are playing really well. So, as you mentioned, on a hot streak here, and that's when you want them to be playing their best basketball coming towards the end of the year. But we've got some tough games coming up yet, too, so we'll be tested before we get into any kind of postseason action with Eudora coming to town here, I think, in the next week or so. And but we can't overlook an opponent like Leavenworth tonight, so the girls are out here getting warmed up and getting ready for some basketball. Looking forward to it.
You mentioned that game, the 20th of February. This is kind of whenever the last few games, it's going to be the toughest slate for the Lady Broncos. Eudora, you have Bonner Springs on the 24th, which that's a tough game because that was a loss for the Lady Broncos that time around in Bonner, but I'm sure home court advantage will definitely help their odds in any favor. And then you have also Ottawa, who rounds out the season. You have Bonner on senior night. You have Ottawa as your final game on the road in Ottawa, and then your odds are decided for you on where you place in this some state bracket. And Curtis, if you remember last year, Spring Hill had a pretty favorable bracket. You started off with Lansing, and then you had a tough draw against Blue Valley Southwest, who you already played once in the Top Gun tournament, and then you had to face again. So what do you think the Broncos are kind of just ignoring what's ahead right now, and they're focused on they're playing their best ball right now?
Oh, I absolutely believe that. I think Coach Tuttle has them focused. I don't think they're, the way they've been playing, I haven't noticed or felt like they've overlooked any opponent they've played, regardless of what the expectations were going into any particular game. So, yeah, I think Coach Tuttle has them focused. The girls are ready to tackle what happens tonight and then look forward to the next game starting tomorrow.
Now let's take a look at this Lady Leavenworth Pioneers. They currently sit 6-11 in regular season play, 4-7 in UKC play. They're 3-4 on the road, and Curtis, they're in a bit of a tough spell right now. Leavenworth, they lost against Bonner Springs last night, 43-52. Makes them 1-2 against Frontier League schools this season. They defeated Lewisburg early in the season, 50-37, but they dropped games against Tonganoxie in the Tonganoxie Invitational Tournament. They also had a tough draw, or it might be just 1-1. For Bonner Springs that last game out. So 1-2 against Frontier League schools, which they played two of the toughest, and now you've got the third, or one of the top 3 toughest teams to play in the Frontier League right now in Spring Hill. So what do you think Leavenworth's expectations are in this game?
Well, I mean, you would expect that their coach would be just like Coach Tuttle and have them focused. I don't think that they're putting any stock in Frontier League versus Eastern Kansas League, anything like that. I feel like they're going to come out focused tonight and play their hearts out, and I think the Lady Broncos can absolutely be successful tonight if we continue to play the way we have been, sharing the ball. The youngsters, as we've talked about several times, continue to develop, and then you have Isla Herman and Aubrey Meter that are going to be closing, and Isabel Harris that are going to be closing out their high school careers here pretty soon. So they want to obviously show up and show out. So looking forward to that here tonight.
And the Pioneers have a two-headed monster of their own, the sophomores Maya Hewitt and Layla Brown. Layla Brown being in second team All-UKC and honorable mention All-State, which Brown averaged 11, 6, and 4 as a freshman along with 2 steals. So how do the Broncos kind of contain Leavenworth's two-headed monster while also maintaining that the rest of the team has plenty of defense?
Well, it's going to be interesting to see the matchups for me. what we've seen several times in several games is our freshman, Kylan Herman, starting out guarding potentially their best player. So, and then obviously we talk a lot about Aubrey Meter and the defense that she leads for us. And so I feel like we've got some good matchups here this evening. Yeah, they've got a couple of really good young stars, but we've got a couple of really good not so young stars. We got a couple, we've got some experience on them. Our seniors, I think, are up for the challenge, and I think our youngsters will do their part to be successful.
Lady Broncos, Lady Pioneers, last non-conference game here on the regular season for the Broncos. We'll have starters and tip for you next here on Spring Hill Sports Live. That was our
I've been doing real estate for 8 years now, and we've run across clients where they're interested in land, but then what do we do with it? Well, what do you want to do with it?
There's a lot of pressure on individuals now to make those decisions quickly. And I think with our experience, with our backgrounds, we know how to work with the cities and how to work with the contractors to make it a smoother process for the buyer.
So if you're looking for real estate
or land planning services,
contact us today at epre.biz.
For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Option Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Hounds Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on.
The industry's most advanced equipment and training, state-of-the-art diagnostic tools, and the small-town friendly service you expect. That's J&T Auto Service in Spring Hill. Eliminate the veil of uncertainty with J&T Auto's digital diagnostic process. This unique service ensures transparency, clear communication, and documentation, allowing for a quick and complete repair. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Every tax season a villain rises.
Keep those numbers messy. I thrive on confusion.
But when overpayment strikes, a hero answers the call.
You can't save them all, Captain.
Watch me. Prime Accounting, fighting for your deductions, protecting your refund. Don't let Tax Luther take your refund. Join Team Prime today. Power to the people who file.
To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Find whole body wellness with Sozo Chiropractic in downtown Spring Hill. Relax and recharge with medical grade infrared. Experience natural relief with dry needling and acupuncture. Or try stem wave therapy, a cutting edge option for pain relief and healing. Whether it's you, your kids, or your family, Sozo Chiropractic is here to help you feel your best. Visit us at 102 South Main in Spring Hill or call 913-592-0010. Sozo Chiropractic. Relax, restore, and live well.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Now time to give you tonight's starting lineups. First for Leavenworth, a 5'6" junior Nala Walker, a 5'10" sophomore Maya Hewitt, a 5'6" sophomore Layla Brown, 5'8" sophomore Emerson Allen, and 6' senior Monique Spencer. Pioneers are led by head coach Mike Kuntz. For the Broncos, one change to the lineup. No Kylan Herman. She's replaced by Keely Rodden, and we can only assume. I don't even see her on the bench.
I don't see her down there. Maybe she's under the weather.
Dan the Taylor man has our tip-off. Spencer and Harris in center circle. And the tip will be won by the Pioneers. Away we go. Last non-conference game of the regular season. And we're up and playing here. Broncos looking to win 9 straight. 3 on the way. Hewitt out one off the mark. It's Layla Brown, the rebound. And that one swiped away by Isla Herman. And she'll slow it up the floor. Pioneers eliminating the dribble drive, not there. Herman will go to the lane, and she's fouled on the shot. 2 free throws coming up for Isla. Going to give the foul to Maya Hewitt, the 5'10" sophomore.
That was a good attack there by Isla. Just using her size and her skill to go right side and absorb the contact and get a good shot up. Didn't fall, though. See if she could knock down the second free throw. See, I was careful to not say anything before she shot the first one.
77% from the line headed into the week. And she makes the second one. So we don't see Kylan on the bench. We know that she was assessed a technical yesterday against the Lions. It's pretty early in the first quarter. I don't think that'll play any factor into it at all, but definitely we can assume it's something under the weather. 3 on the way from Allen. That one just off the mark. Isla Herman snags the rebound. One 1-0 Broncos lead. So Keely Rodden in the starting spot. Harris goes to work, and it's in. Off the assist from Keely Rodden.
It was a nice possession there by the Broncos. Good patience. It was a set, I think, that Coach Tuttle called there, and Keely was able to get a nice little assist, and well played there by Isabel Harris.
Leavenworth still looking for their first bucket of the game. And there's a steal by Aubrey Meter. Just collects it to the lane and in.
There's Aubrey Meter doing what Aubrey Meter does. Always looking for a steal, being aggressive on defense. There she goes again. Tipped it out of bounds. Thankfully, she's okay. Didn't run into that metal guard there. Good effort, though. Good hustle.
Jumped the gun on that last pass.
Yep, she's anticipating well so far.
Pioneers still empty in their last possessions. We'll try and look for something here. They're trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. Spencer leaves that one short. Meter will snag the rebound. It's flipped to McConnell. Goes to the lane, trapped underneath, trying to find an outlet, and it's stolen away by the Pioneers, but not before they travel.
That's always a tough call. I don't know how you get around it, but it's a tough call for Leavenworth there. I mean, all Brown did was gather the ball and then try to pass it, but she did roll a little bit on her back, so.
Nothing but net for Isla Herman. And you can see just a simple catch and shoot 3.
Yeah, they're going to have to defend Isla better than that, or they're in for a long evening.
Meter almost swipes that away from Hewitt. That time McConnell has a hand on it, and she can't quite get to it.
Lady Broncos defense is on point this evening. Good effort there by Addie McConnell to tip the ball. Just tipped it a little bit too hard. Wasn't quite able to get her balance to get up there and secure it, but good defense.
Long 3 off the mark. Rebound gathered by Keely Rodden. Here comes old reliable Keely Rodden. Got some playing time last year. Of course, her sister Callie was valuable on the inside part of the Broncos offense, and Meter gets her own rebound, and they'll say she was out of bounds. They'll go to 2 substitutions. Mason Brackett and London Cheatham. Mason Brackett, a career day for her against Lansing. 10 points and 6 rebounds against the Lions. So no better time to have your career day than against a team that has been struggling as of recently in a new program. Another 3 from Hewitt. That time it falls.
She's certainly confident to let it fly for sure. That was a pretty deep 3 there. Nice shot. And we'll see what the rotation looks like here a little bit differently without Kylan Herman available. We'll see how we adjust on that.
Tough 2 taken in by Nayla Walker. Isla Herman's been shooting steady so far. Walker finds baseline. Herman reads her. Layla Brown, step back, shot missed. Isla Herman just keeps it alive. Meter wants to try and drive in. They're going to call a push on the Pioneers.
Yeah, it's a tough call for Leavenworth there, but Aubrey was driving hard to the basket there. She was starting to kind of pull away from it when the contact happened, which I guess at least it's not in the act of shooting if you're a Leavenworth fan, but.
That one left short. They'll say last off bracket as the basketball ventures into the stands. Maybe it wants to catch the action. Doesn't want to be used anymore. Maybe it just wants to watch this time.
It's tired. It's dizzy.
A little over halfway played in the first quarter. Broncos lead by 5. Hewitt, the only lone scorer for the Pioneers. A lot of contact in the perimeter. Brown just ran into Cheesem there. 3 on the way from Allen. That one tipped. Rebounded by Hewitt, and not before it'll fall in for Layla Brown. That's her first points.
Yeah, good tip there by Mason Brackett. Blocked that three-pointer, but unfortunately fell right into the Leavenworth player's hand.
Step back 3, no good. The Brown Snakes her second rebound. Long throw finds Spencer. Trying to reset, and it's a double dribble. It's the 4th Pioneer turnover in the first quarter. Amira Graham checks in, the 5'7" sophomore. First time the Pioneers have played the Broncos since you go back to 2022. The Broncos defeated the Pioneers to have their mark in the state tournament. And Isla Herman, she's got 5 in the game. Or actually make it 6 with that free throw. 6 the Broncos, 10 points. Long 3 for Hewitt. That one's no good. Second chance now, Emerson Allen the rebound for Leavenworth. Hewitt will drive this time, throws it up, and it's good.
Tough shot. You double team there and still able to get the shot up on the rim and get it to fall. Pretty good defense there by the Broncos, but sometimes better offense beats good defense.
Meter flashes, catch and shoot 3, can't bank it home. Hewitt snags her second rebound. Pioneers will play from the perimeter. Now they dump it down to Spencer. Back out Allen, 3 on the way. No good. London Cheesem snags the rebound. I know Meter really wanted to pull the trigger there, but just held off there. They'll play it down for Brackett. Double team down low. Kick out Meter from 3 from the top. No good. And the Broncos can't quite corral it. Emerson Allen, her second rebound already in this first quarter. Hewitt fouled. Count the bucket. We're going to give London Cheesem a personal foul. Rodden and Isla Melius check into the game for Harris and Cheesem. Hewitt, and his free throw can tie the game. Does just that. Pioneers will check in 2. So they'll check in Peyton McIntyre. And also back into the game is Layla Brown. Tied up at 10 apiece. Beautiful cut by Herman, who stays with it. Corner 3 on the way, just off the mark. Hewitt, 2-on-1, fouled. And she'll shoot 2. Meter will pick up her first personal.
Boy, Hewitt's been the shining star for Leavenworth so far. Broncos got out pretty quickly. Now we've kind of stagnant on offense, but
Hewitt already has 8 of Leavenworth's 10. Make it 11 now as the Pioneers take the lead for the first time.
she's got a nice looking shot. Good form. Reaches that hand into that proverbial cookie jar, as they talk about all the time. Good follow through.
This time they'll go into the bench once more as Hewitt off. McKenna McCann checks in. Pioneers lead by 2. Meter trying to step back and find some space. Pioneers will look to a 2-3 zone. Try and stop the Broncos. Down to 10. Meter has it ripped away. Possession arrow favors the Broncos still. So I wonder now in the second quarter if Coach Tuttle is going to go into it and see if she can find some ways to beat the 2-3. And there's that trusty play. Rebound Herman. Second chance is good. Herman's got 8. And Pioneers can't beat the buzzer. We're through 1. We're all knotted up at 12 for the first 8 minutes. We'll step aside and give you the second quarter after a word from our sponsors here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
The University of Kansas Health System is proud to be the official healthcare provider of the Kansas City Chiefs. Both organizations know excellence comes through their actions. It's about giving support and collaborating together. It's providing comfort and leadership to forge the path to success. The University of Kansas Health System cares for you in every moment, no matter how small. Learn more at kansashealthsystem.com.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live, second quarter up and running. Pioneers have given the Broncos all they have in that first quarter. Let's see if they can continue that with the second quarter. That one stripped away from McIntyre. Broncos force their 5th Pioneer turnover today. Broncos have only turned the ball over twice. Pioneers stay in that 2-3 zone. Meter catch and shoot 3 from the wing. No good. Isla Herman the rebound and the bucket to fall.
Broncos are struggling from the three-point line so far. We'll see if that trend continues here throughout the game. But Isla Herman there to get the rebound.
Walker for 3, no. Tipped and taken in by Brown. Both teams not been hitting their shots. Hewitt, that one doesn't fall for her. Keely Rodden grabs the rebound. And it was tipped out of bounds by the Pioneers. So now what do you think the Broncos will do with Leavenworth running a 2-3?
Well, it's not. They're not really staying in the 2-3. They're extending out further than I would expect, even on the wings, than a typical 2-3. So we'll have to see if that's truly what they remain in. If it is, typically you pack in on defense if you're trying to stop rebounding, or improve your chance at a rebound, or stop the opponent's inside game, and we haven't had much of an inside presence tonight. So 2-3s, it's interesting for me. So we'll see if that's what they remain in. But if it is, then I think we just continue to swing the ball side to side. Eventually, you'll find a good shot.
Harris misses the first, shooting 58% from the line this season. The rebound and the putback good for Isla Herman. Herman's got 12 already in the first half.
Yeah, she's got 5 rebounds to go with it, so she's playing a solid game, as we would expect.
Hewitt for 3, left it short. Meter just barely hangs in there for the rebound. McConnell trying to go against McKenna McIntyre. Hewitt reached in. Meter wanted a foul. Herman will look to attack, still on the dribble. Meter, long range three, takes a few bounces, won't fall. Rebound, Isabel Harris. Meter slices through. That one doesn't go. And finally take it in. Who'd you give that rebound to?
Allen.
Yeah, just barely.
Yep.
Hewitt, three. Off the front of the iron. Herman grabs her 6th rebound. Rod in on the cut. Got Hewitt to jump. And the basket's good.
Good shot fake there. Leavenworth's gotta know you gotta stay down on those shot fakes, or that might happen.
Does Hewitt want to go again from 3? She will. I won't hit still either. Rodden already grabs 3 rebounds. And they're going to get a push on Hewitt. It's already Hewitt's 2nd. Well, one thing that I kind of noticed, and I watched this, in fact, same team play Tonganoxie in the Tonganoxie Invitational Tournament. It was there for day 1. This team tends to get themselves in a bit of foul trouble. As you see, Brown already with 2 fouls, Hewitt with 2 fouls. So that's already 2 of your starters with 2 fouls already in the first half. It's not a position you want to put yourself in.
Yeah, from a team foul perspective, they're not really in trouble. It's just all the fouls happen to be on 2 players.
Pioneers work it around. Shot missed by McIntyre. Connell with their first rebound. Broncos will play patient. Right in the screen for McConnell. Herman the gift to Meter. And they're going to call a foul. That's going to be on Peyton McIntyre. That's her first. Again, we apologize if we call anyone by the wrong name on Leavenworth. Roster is different than the one I had down. So,
well, your roster is closer than Max Prep's roster. If anybody's following along with my Max Prep basketball stat saga, tonight is not a banner night for the Max Preps.
No, it definitely is not.
I still have hope for the boys' game. With the girls' game, I'm back to doing paper.
Emerson Allen picks up her first personal, already the 4th team foul on the Pioneers. So McConnell to shoot 2 at the line. First one off. Area that McConnell's trying to work on improving. It's the free throw, shooting 23% headed into the week.
Yeah, she's just too good of a shooter for that. She'll settle in.
Does just that. Over halfway played here in the second quarter. Coach Tuttle will send Meter back to the table. McConnell the steal. That's the 6th Pioneer turnover. McConnell to the basket. Count it.
Nice solid play there by McConnell, able to cause the steal and gather it, get down, absorb the contact, put it in off the glass. Nice play.
Howard Meter checks in for London Chisholm. Addie McConnell to complete the 3-point play. She has 3 points in this game. Make it 4. That's a career high in free throws made with 2.
Tough pass.
Kenna McIntyre trying to save it.
Good effort just to save it from going out of bounds.
7 Pioneer turnovers in the first half. Meter to the basket. That one just off. Was trying to attract a foul. Peyton McIntyre the rebound. Meter pokes it away. Herman keeps it alive. Meter left alone.
Aubrey Meter was just running back on defense, sees the ball, pokes it out of her, not her opponent's or her person's hand, causes a steal, and eventually gets the rebound or gets the 2 points. So
McConnell will be called for a reach. Pioneers will check in too. McKenna McCann checks in alongside Layla Brown, Miria Graham, and Peyton McIntyre off the floor.
Good to see Kaylee Schubert and Brooklyn Love getting some minutes here. A couple of seniors in the Bronco program.
Layla Brown drives in. She's fouled. Count it.
That was a nice take there. She was aggressive with the ball, under control, absorbed the contact.
They'll give the foul to Schubert. Schubert had 2 points in that last game. So did Brooklyn Love. McKenna McCann gets the miss.
The girls just didn't block out there, unfortunately.
Emerson Allen knocks down a triple. That's her first points of the game. McConnell off the motion, trying to find something, and she'll go to the line again. Call a reach-in foul on the Pioneers. And Layla Brown picks up her third foul. So that's going to make Coach Kuntz send Miria Graham back into the game. So McConnell to shoot 2 free throws.
That puts the Broncos in the double bonus, too, for the rest of the quarter.
Layla Brown making her case to the referee. McConnell sinks the first.
I think she heard your comment about improving free throws.
Yeah.
Shooting it well here.
Shooting it really well, actually. And then there's the jinx.
And then there's my jinx.
Jump ball. It's going to stay with the Broncos, and I'm going to give Isla Herman the rebound on that. That'll be her 7th rebound today.
My apologies there to Addie for saying anything. Playing well, though.
And Herman will go to the line. Pioneers another foul. This one's going to be on McKenna McCann. It's her first, and of course Pioneers in the bonus. So Isla Herman to shoot 2. 1 of 2 in her first trip. Knocks down the first. So Herman just needs 3 rebounds to notch her 3rd double-double this season.
Well, if I was to make a bet, which I don't, but if I were,
we're not condoning it, by the way.
Yeah, I would put my money on her getting the double-double.
Meter read that pass like a book. The Broncos turn it into some points. Meter can't cash in. Rebound, Brooklyn low. The reverse layup can't fall. McKenna McIntyre, the rebound for the Pioneers.
It's a good move there by Brooklyn. Just wasn't able to get it to fall. A little up and under move.
And Schubert diving for that one. Can't quite get to it.
Good effort there by Kaylee to poke that one away.
Alamelius and Mason Brackett check into the game. Off goes Schubert and Love. And I believe you can see Duncan Pinkham making his way down to the floor. Halftime of the boys game. He'll be officially introduced as an official participant into the Kansas Shrine Bowl. Congratulations to Duncan. I know I spoke with him maybe a few weeks ago, but officially will be announced in front of this home crowd here today. Great game that goes towards a great cause. Mater fouled on the shots, and she'll shoot 2 at the line. Going to give Amiria Graham her 2nd foul.
It seems like Aubrey sorts of seeks out that contact. She really does try to get in there and mix it up and draw contact. She seems to thrive in that role.
Meter's got 5. Comes in shooting 63% at the line. Entered this week with her last 5 games averaging 17 points per game. One of the most impressive players we've seen. Really seen her take a huge step forward this year. Cannot be more proud of her progress. Wanted to continue to play basketball in college. Tyler Herman gets the steal. Less than a minute to play. Meter, take it herself. Oh my goodness.
I certainly believe she's got the skills on both ends of the floor to play at the collegiate level. So if that's what she so chooses, we'll wish her luck with that.
McIntyre can't get it to fall. Mason Brackett the rebound. Broncos will play patient. Allen trying to reach in on Herman. Meter, open room, fouled on the shot. And she'll shoot 2. This one's going to be on McKenna McIntyre. And of course, Pioneers again in the bonus. So Meter will have a chance to get herself in double figures in this game. And there's the jinx right there. She was sitting at 8.
I was quiet, said nothing. It's a good attack there again. A pretty good hit she took attacking the rim there. Got one of the free throws to fall. So.
And I look over my shoulder and Caden Carbajo is laughing at me. Nala Walker with the handles. Allen, last shot denied by Mason Brackett. Her second block today.
Second three-point block today. We know what, when we played Paola, I said
you said it about
they had a freshman, Finley Heinrich, blocked 2
yes.
free throws, or two three-pointers, and I said I've never seen that in a game, and then here we are.
Broncos having another block party in the Hill. We approach halftime, 32-17. Lady Broncos all over the Pioneers after 16 minutes of play. All right, Michael Grant at Farnborough Financial Services halftime show comes your way after this on your home of the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's Heating and Air Conditioning Company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net. Or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
Both my older sons have come through Strode Orthodontics. It's reasonable, it's been easy to make appointments and to follow through. Adam has finished the process and they've been fabulous for following up and making sure his retainers fit correctly. My younger son, Lucas, just started at 13. I would highly recommend Strode for anyone considering it. Starting the braces process, they'll tell you what's going on and make it easy, not scary, well-informed. It's nothing you can't handle.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Hounds Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live, time for our halftime show, presented as always by Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services. Michael's goal is to help you plan for the unexpected and protect your future. Getting to know you and the things that are most important to you will help customize the right plan for your needs. To learn more, visit my 117 South Main in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2336. Leavenworth in Spring Hill boys getting warmed up here during the half, and take a look at our score. The Lady Broncos lead at 32-17 after 16 minutes of play. And Curtis, your thoughts on the first half?
Well, I think it seemed like it was a game of runs there. We got out pretty quick, and then they come up and took the lead from us. And then we had a couple really good defensive plays that got us an easy bucket. And then we started drawing fouls there towards the end of the second quarter, which gave us lots of attempts at the free throw line, which they executed fairly well. So, you know, I think the Broncos, again, are playing their game. And you know, from the Leavenworth side, it seems like they like to live beyond the three-point line. They've shot a lot of those this evening, made a few, but not a very high clip. So we'll see if that remains their MO going into the second half, and if Coach Tuttle doesn't maybe extend our defense a little bit further out to make those shots even a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, and let's talk about. We'll start off with the Pioneers, actually. Maya Hewitt leads the Pioneers with 10 points, 4 from Layla Brown, 3 from Emerson Allen. Leavenworth getting their shots to fall from outside the arc at a decent rate, but the balanced attack just hasn't been something that we've seen so far from Leavenworth.
Yeah, I mean, you can say the same about Spring Hill. We haven't had a lot of an inside presence here yet this evening. We've had some buckets and some layups and things, but I wouldn't consider that, you know, paint touches like we talk about sometimes. Neither team has really established that yet here in the first half. They've kind of been relying on the perimeter. The bigger part of Spring Hill's game has been the transition. You know, the fast break points that we've been able to generate has been better than Leavenworth. So we'll see if that trend continues here when we get started in the second half.
Yeah, and for the Lady Broncos leading the way, Tyler Herman, 14 points and 7 rebounds already for the 5'11 senior. 9 from Aubrey Meter, 5 from Addie McConnell, 2 points each from Isabel Harris and Keely Rodden. So you look at this Broncos attack, you would say the paint presence is there, but it's all the dribble drive that the Broncos have really gotten to fall in this game. And then also they've been taking their chances at the free throw line too. A lot of trips to the line for the Pioneers. So what do you think the key is for both these teams in the second half?
Well, I think Spring Hill, I think you extend your defense, like I mentioned, out to the three-point line, because that seems to be the biggest part of their game. They shoot them from well beyond the three-point line. There's been 2 or 3 players that have shot, 3 feet beyond there. So, sometimes as a coach you could say, well, we'll live with those shots, but if they don't have much of an inside game, then it doesn't make any sense to not extend it. So we'll see what Coach Tuttle does here. And then for Leavenworth, they did go into that 2-3 there, which I questioned why they would do that when you consider that the majority of our points have been perimeter related or from dribble drive. If you pack it in with a 2-3, you're just giving up more three-point shots typically as we swing the ball side to side. So I would expect that they would maybe change that and go to more of a man-to-man defense, but we'll see here. But that would be my recommendation for them, is to change to a man-to-man defense and extend that, and then have good help defense. That's one thing that they need to work on, because our dribble drives, as you mentioned, they're very successful here. So we gotta been able to get around the first defender. They got to have another second layer of defense there to stop us from scoring.
Those were your keys to the second half, presented by the Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce, reminding you to support our community and shop local. Keep up to date with Chamber events by visiting them online at springhillks.org or stop by the new office in downtown Spring Hill. Lady Broncos make their way back to the floor. 2 minutes left till third quarter tips off. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll have the third quarter and more for you here on your home of the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
Every tax season a villain rises.
Keep those numbers messy. I thrive on confusion.
But when overpayment strikes, a hero answers the call.
You can't save them all, Captain.
Watch me. Prime Accounting, fighting for your deductions, protecting your refund. Don't let Tax Luther take your refund. Join Team Prime today. Power to the people who file.
To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net. For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live, third quarter. Here we go. Broncos, Pioneers. One looking to start one streak and snap another. Both of them being long streaks. Broncos looking for their 9th straight win of the year. Snala Walker grabs the rebound, and the second one, no rebound, but it's off the Pioneers. Broncos looking to go 9 straight. Pioneers looking to snap a 3-game losing streak. They've lost 4 of their last 5 games. This comes after being knocked out by fellow UKC foe DeSoto in the sub-state semifinal.
Well, much like the Broncos, they got a pretty young team. They don't have any seniors on the roster at all.
Rodden shot just off. Rebound Emerson Allen.
And only one junior. You're looking at primarily freshmen and sophomores out there for Leavenworth.
Long skip pass to Hewitt. Settles in on a 3, and that one's just off the side of the iron. Isabel Harris, the rebound for Spring Hill.
That's kind of a crazy thing to think about on their roster. Only one junior, no seniors.
Herman has 16, finished with 14 in the first half, led the game and the team in scoring. Also leads this game in rebounds. She's got 7 on the day. What can't this senior do? Walker can't answer back with a 3 of her own. Isabel Harris going to work on the boards, her 3rd. Meter, that's a 2. Just off, Harris the rebound, but it's swiped away by the Broncos.
Isabel Harris with 3 rebounds there in about 50 seconds of game time.
That crossover move by Meter. Still with it. Dances, pulls up inside. It's no good.
She almost crossed over teammate.
Gonna McIntyre the rebound. Hewitt trying to go 3-on-1. They'll call a foul on the Broncos. Hewitt shooting 2 at the line. Give the foul to Keely Rodden. It's her first, team's first of the quarter. So in steps in Maya Hewitt, had 10 at the half. Had just 1 3-pointer out of the several she attempted.
Plays with some swagger and some confidence, though. I like it. She's confident every time she shoots the ball, and she's aggressive with it. And just a sophomore, she's got a bright future for sure.
Hewitt makes them both. He's got 12. 12 of Leavenworth's 19. Harris goes to work, gets her own miss, and the putback good by Isabel Harris. 5 rebounds, 4 points for Isabel Harris.
It's good there, not giving up. Got a good shot there, just wasn't able to get the fall, but still pursued the basketball and was able to corral it.
Hewitt from way downtown. McConnell a full head of steam the other way. Slowed up, Leavenworth playing nice defense, forcing Meter to throw that one up, and just off the mark. Layla Brown with the rebound. Numbers down the floor. And Nayla Walker for 3. Few bounces off the iron and no good. Last off the Broncos, Isla Herman a little slow to get up. It is okay. Isla Melius checks in for Aubrey Meter. 14-point lead for Spring Hill. Leavenworth doing anything they can to try and answer back.
Good defense there by Addie McConnell. Really stifling the drive attempts there by Layla.
Brown from 3, no. There's Isla's 8th rebound today. Herman trying to do it herself, fouled on the way up. 2 at the line to come for Isla Herman. We'll give the foul to Emerson Allen. Her second. Leavenworth is holding their breath that it wasn't 23. Layla Brown, who already has 3. And the story of this Leavenworth team through 2, make it about halfway through 3 now, is that a lot of them are in foul trouble. As Mason Brackett checks in for Keely Rodden. Read off the foul trouble. Layla Brown with 3, Hewitt with 2, McIntyre with 1, Amelia Graham with 2. Emerson Allen picks up her second. McKenna McIntyre and Peyton McIntyre both have a foul each. Herman makes her second. 1 away from her season high. 6 made free throws today.
And my guess is she's not done. Playing really well here this evening.
Brown off the screen. Open
Good
look
look
from McIntyre, just off. And yet another Isabel Harris rebound.
That's 5 in the quarter.
6 on the game for the senior. Mason Brackett goes to work, double, triple team now. They're going to call a foul, and it's going to be on Layla Brown. Waiting for the confirmation. Yeah, that's her 4th. So Layla Brown will have to check out of the game. Amelia Graham will check in.
That was a better job there that time by Mason Brackett. We've been talking about when she gets down on the block there, if she gets a double team, she usually keeps the ball low where all the hands are from the defender. That time she brought it up and was able to draw the contact.
Herman fakes out the Pioneers, and one's going to foul him. It's going to be on McKenna McIntyre. It's her second.
I think they got her on the floor, though, so no free throws.
Already the 13th foul on Leavenworth.
Cross screen, just a little flip there.
And Brackett can't make that one. Emerson Allen the rebound for Leavenworth. Hewitt full head of steam. Shot no good. McConnell the rebound. She wants to push the floor, slows it up. Now will try her luck and is backed out. Great defense that time by Nayla Walker. Now she's trapped by Hewitt. Elias looks for Brackett. Goes to work down low. Fouled on the shot.
That's what we need out of Mason Brackett right there. She's really worked hard to develop that post game, and that time she was aggressive, backed the player down, was able to just go up with a jump shot. And with her size, she's either going to get fouled or she's going to make the bucket or both.
That was on McKenna McIntyre, who picks up her third personal. That one halfway in and then pops out. Isabel Harris, Isla Elias check out. Meter back in. Also, London Cheatham checks in for the first time this quarter. That one off the back of the iron and no good. Herman gets almost had the rebound.
Yeah, she had the rebound and then she stepped out of bounds. So,
would you give the rebounder necessarily?
I would.
You will? All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I think she had possession of it.
Stepped out, so give her a rebound and then a turnover for the team.
Yep.
It's only the second.
Yeah, she makes up for that turnover with a steal right here.
Herman feeds it to Meter. From the wing, 3 on the way. Good!
And she's going to give an assist to her teammate right after that.
3 on the way for the Pioneers, and there you go. There's a double-double for Isla Herman. Let's make it 10 rebounds. And 18 points for the senior. Brackett can't get that one to fall. Tipped around, a rebound. That one no good. Still with it. And nothing there. Now a scrum on the floor. Coach Kuntz called a timeout just in the nick of time. We'll take a 30-second timeout with the Pioneers. 41-22. The Broncos trying to pull away from Leavenworth almost through 3 quarters of play.
Find whole body wellness with Sozo Chiropractic in downtown Spring Hill. Relax and recharge with medical grade infrared. Experience natural relief with dry needling and acupuncture. Or try stem wave therapy, a cutting edge option for pain relief and healing. Whether it's you, your kids, or your family, Sozo Chiropractic is here to help you feel your best. Visit us at 102 South Main in Spring Hill or call 913-592-0010. Sozo Chiropractic. Relax, restore, and live.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Call a push on the Broncos. Give it to Meter. It's her second. Leavenworth just trying to find some sort of basket, anything. Hewitt with a 3, off the mark. That's been the hot spot for Hewitt, is that top of the arc 3. Brooklyn Love, and the first we see of Brooklyn Gehring. Brackett and Herman check off, so Isla Herman will get a quick rest.
Bringing in the Brooklyns.
Imagine if at a starting 5 full of Brooklyns, which I don't think there's enough on the team to do that. Cheatham for 3. Off the back of the iron, no good. Jump ball called. It's going to stay with the Broncos. So Brooklyn Gehring got the rebound there. Checks in and already, making an impact. Broncos will run the play. Gehring tips it around and out of bounds. I don't think Gehring was just quite ready for that one, but
yep. Looks like the play might have been called for her, so trying to get her some touches.
Meter quickly trying to reach in on Hewitt.
She's just a pest. Love it. I love it.
Less than a minute to play. Schubert reaching in on that one, headed towards Amiria Graham.
Nice
and
play there by
going to force
Schubert.
the turnover.
Yeah.
Second of the half for the Pioneers. Making 12 total on the game. Broncos only turned the ball over by 5 times tonight.
We'll take that every game.
Broncos only averaging 15 turnovers a game headed into the week. Cheesem with the handles, trying to throw it up, and it's blocked.
That was good defense there, but I thought London was going to get a good shot up there, but
Count the buckets for Nayla Walker. That's her first points of the game. They'll give Brooklyn Gehring her first personal foul. So the 5'6" junior and Nayla Walker try and complete the 3-point play. Off the back of the iron and no good. Shot clock off. Broncos can do what they want with it. They'll move it around. Now it's backed out. Cheesem with it. Gets the screen, throws it up, off the glass and in. London Cheesem, her first points of the game. She's appeared in all 16 games this season for Spring Hill and has made an impact in every single one.
that was a good screen that time by Brooklyn Love, too.
That one won't count as Graham will be credited with a rebound at last waning seconds of the third quarter. After 3, 19-point Bronco lead, 43-24. Spring Hill will try and look to capitalize on the last 8 minutes of this game, looking for 9 straight. Can they do it? Find out in quarter number 4. You're watching Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
I've been doing real estate for 8 years now, and we've run across clients where they're interested in land, but then what do we do with it? Well, what do you want to do with it?
There's a lot of pressure on individuals now to make those decisions quickly. And I think with our experience and our backgrounds, we know how to work with the cities and how to work with the contractors to make it a smoother process for the buyer.
So if you're looking for real estate
or land planning services,
contact us today at epre.biz.
Sorry, we had to back out of that commercial. Play picked up pretty quickly, Curtis.
Yeah,
so we're back up and playing. Hewitt, step back 3, no good. Tyler Herman continuing to pat on what's been an incredible performance for her so far.
Broncos as a team had 13 rebounds in the third quarter.
Meter.
Pretty good stat.
This 3. Rodden has the rebound, tied up. It's going to stay with the Broncos, but not before Meter on the back end of that play took a pretty hard tumble after some contact on the backside of the play. So Bronco fans didn't like that one whatsoever. Broncos averaging 33 rebounds a game. Rodden shot no good. Hewitt's their 4th board of the game. Meter in pursuit to head back. Hewitt finds McIntyre. The basket's good. It's McIntyre's first points of the game.
That's a really nice pass. Good execution there by Leavenworth. Nice little bounce pass. Made the defense commit. Bounce pass for an easy bucket.
14 for Aubrey after that bucket. Still a 19-point Bronco lead. Graham drives in baseline. McIntyre spins, throws it up, and it's no good. There's the 7th Isabel Harris rebound, just 2 shy of her career high of 9. Meter had that pass poked away. And it's scooped up by Nayla Walker, and then going to stay with the Broncos as Walker took a tumble to the floor. I'm not sure what just transpired on that play.
Well, she split the double team there, or the trap there, and then just kind of lost her balance, it looked like. I think it did fall off of her hand, but one could maybe argue there was contact. I don't know.
Stone Cold Isla Herman from the corner. Herman has 21. Nice defense by Meter on the other end. Rodden and Hewitt collision in the back of the floor. Hewitt a little slow to get up. Meanwhile, Meter takes it herself to the lane. And you got Hewitt in the backcourt. Hurt, so we'll step aside as they tend to injured Maya Hewitt. Maya Hewitt had to be helped off the floor with some assistance, so we'd hope she is okay.
Yeah, obvious pain, didn't want to put any weight on it. Looks like the trainer Jamie's working on her ankle there. I thought maybe it was her knee, but maybe kind of taking a look at her ankle, pushing on it. Does this hurt? I think it does. So
Rodden trying to rip it away. Jump ball called. It's going to stay with the Pioneers.
Trying to assess what the issue might be there, but she's been a large part of what they've done here this evening. They're going to be a tough spot without her.
15 points for Maya Hewitt tonight. Been an impressive counteract for the Broncos attacked tonight. Done so well offensively and defensively. It's poked right to Brown. Throws it up, and the floater no good. So Leader will call the play. Rodden, back turn, kick out Schupertz, who had 5 against the Lions. Schubert for 3, here it comes, no. Tipped around, they're gonna say Love was out of bounds.
Yeah, I think her foot was on the purple down there on the baseline before she lunged for the ball there, but good effort.
Layla Brown trying to drive in, and she's fouled. And to give the foul to Schubert, already her second.
Layla's had a nice game here this evening. She just got herself in some foul trouble, but has limited her minutes. But
it's only 4 from Layla Brown tonight, but again, you mentioned been impressive in other aspects. So they're going to give it to her on the shot instead. And you can see that
she passed it to the. I don't understand that. She passed it to McKenna, who scored the bucket when she got fouled. So I'm not sure about that. But.
Isla Herman off the floor. Isla Milius checks in. Possibly might just be the day for Isla Herman tonight. And Brown makes the second one.
So we got the Isla in for Isla, and then we got the Brooklyn show. Couple of Brooklyns, couple of Islas.
McKenna McCann gets that one to fall. Off the steal, off a meter. McCann making Schubert try and go across the floor. Mason Brackett to check in. Schubert just gets across half court, but now has to find an outlet. It's Brooklyn Love It'll be Meter to settle down. Schubert collects the foul on the shot. And Schubert, I see her smiling about that. Emerson Allen, yeah.
Pretty good shot there.
Emerson Allen picks up her 3rd personal foul. Schubert left the first one just a little short. Mason Brackett, London Cheatham check in. Meter and Rodden out of the game. One more for Schubert coming up. And second one off. Nayla Walker, the rebound for Leavenworth. Long throw for Walker, trying to dump it down, and it's a kickball violation on Brooklyn Love. And Brooklyn Gehring in for Kaylee Schubert. So we now have the Brooklyn show on the floor.
Yeah.
Inbound play for Layla Brown. Surveys, lobs it up for McIntyre. Over halfway played here in the last quarter. McIntyre, they're gonna give her call a foul on the Broncos. Isla Milius picks up her first personal. Milius appeared in 14 of the 17, make it now, or has appeared now in 15 of the Broncos' 18 games this season. Walker's 3 no good. Mason Brackett, her 4th rebound tonight. London Cheatham takes it to herself. Can't collect any contact.
Oh, I think she got contact. She just didn't gather any foul.
Yeah.
She got knocked off her line there.
Layla Brown takes it herself. Layla's got 6. Bronco turnover. Try and create more. Walker for 3 from the corner. Was in and then fell out. Wow.
Yeah, it was halfway down.
Cheatham gets across the timeline. Cheatham from the elbow, no. Rebound, Mason Brackett. Cheatham tries again, no. Rebound, Brooklyn Love. Yes, but then a turnover. I was hesitant to give a rebound, but I'm going to. Layla Brown for 3, off the side of the glass. Mason Brackett is picking up the rebounds in this quarter.
Yes, she is.
Already 7 in the game for Mason. Sets the screen for Gehring. Cheatham, hop step, ooh. Close there, Gehring. Love for Cheatham, trying to go back for Brooklyn Love. The steal from McCann. 2-on-1 down the floor. Gehring, the next contest, but Layla Brown, that's off.
Mason Brackett with 5 rebounds this quarter already.
8 in the game for Mason Brackett.
Yeah. Continue to develop.
Mason averaging just 3 rebounds a game headed into the week, and I'm sure after the last 2 games, that number's certainly going to balloon for her.
Yep. Well, getting more minutes too as the season goes on here, so you'd expect things like that to happen. So playing well. Broncos gonna have to get a shot up here. 2 seconds.
Brackett gets it off in time, and it's good.
Well, folks, I don't think you can execute that any better than what the Broncos just did there. Ran the entire shot clock out and then got a bucket.
Brown, nice defense by Love, trying to dump it down for Allen. Gets to her, but she's fouled by Isla Milius on the shot. Milius' second personal foul. And Peyton McIntyre will check in momentarily for the Pioneers. Here's the 5'8" sophomore Emerson Allen to shoot free throws. First one's good. Miriam Graham also checks in. Nala Brown and McKenna McIntyre off the floor. Second one good from Allen. It's 5 on the game. Amelia dribbles down floor, made sure to look behind her before she picked it up to see where the defense was at. That one read by Brown, but tipped it out of bounds.
Layla's had a solid game here tonight. Like I said, early foul trouble. She played with 3 fouls for a long time, then got her 4th, and been able to not get her 5th there. So she's had a nice night here this evening.
Thrown in for Brackett. Bucket won't fall. Gets her own miss, and the putback good. Ties her career high in rebounds with 9. See if she can set a new career high in 10 rebounds. McCann for 3, drains it. You get 5 for McCann. She's trying to get away from McCann.
Yeah, I like it though. Continue to compete all the way to the horn.
Melius flashes, kick out. They're just gonna keep. They're just gonna keep it, and that'll do it for us here. Lady Broncos, winners of 9 straight now. 13 wins on the season. 4 wins at home this year. No better time to play your best basketball than right now. Headed into the final weeks this season. Coach Tuttle, 62nd career win at the helm of the Lady Broncos. What a season it's been for this squad right here. Final score. It went away. We'll have to recollect on that one.
64-47?
We'll get back to it.
I think it was a 17-point win, I believe, but we'll get back to you on that.
Our Elliott Insurance Group postgame show coming up after this. Lady Broncos victorious again here at home.
For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
First Option Bank Community Banking at its best. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Kansas City Chiefs and the University of Kansas Cancer Center are at the top of their game. Both organizations know excellence comes through their actions. It's about giving support and collaborating together. It's providing comfort and leadership to forge the path to success. The University of Kansas Cancer Center cares for you in every moment, no matter how small. Learn more at kucancercenter.org.
Spring Hill's hometown shop is J&T Auto Service. As a full-service repair shop, J&T Auto Service works on all makes and models. Diesels, Europeans, they do it all. From combines to Corvettes. Visit J&T Auto Service for oil changes, tires, brakes, alignments, electrical diagnostics, and so much more. Small town, friendly service with high-tech tools and training. Schedule your service at J&T Auto Service. Call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live, now time for our post-game show presented by Elliott Insurance Group. Elliott Group, they believe building strong relationships with their clients and their community is the best way to serve them both. Thoughts throughout the area and online at elliottInsuranceGroup.com. Final score 54-37. Lady Broncos now winners of 9 straight on the season, closing in on that 11-game win streak they had last season from January 10th to the 18th of February. And it looks like with the way they're playing right now in the next few games on their schedule, they may as well could just tie it. But what an impressive performance tonight from the Lady Broncos.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, good overall team win, and everybody got some minutes there, played well. And looking at the rebound totals here, we had 43 team rebounds. I did, by the way, have bracket for 10 rebounds on my stat sheet. So anyway, 43 rebounds for the Broncos as opposed to 22 for Leavenworth. So that's a pretty big stat because, again, every time you got a rebound, either you're creating more shots for yourself or good things will happen. So that's a...
The internet cut out for a second, so our apologies real quick. Oh, our stream just cut out. Okay, apologies, folks. Our stream kind of cut out for a second. We're back on the air, though, and it just randomly cut out all of a sudden.
Yeah, well, strange things happen. I'm looking at my trusty app here for the boys' game, and it's got it labeled as the girls' game, but it's got all the right numbers in it, so we're going to roll with it.
Interesting, okay.
Strange things are happening here. I don't know.
So Hewitt with 15, 8 for Layla Brown, 5 for McKenna McCann and Emerson Allen, 2 points from McKenna McIntyre and Nayla Walker. So what was your overall take of Leavenworth's performance today?
Well, they had was subpar here this evening. You know, we were able to get around. When we got around the initial defender, the help defense wasn't there. And that's what I mean by, you know, they had some good individual defenders, but the team defense wasn't quite there. And so, you know, I thought they played hard, but, you know, with the foul trouble I'm drawing a blank here. One was in foul trouble and one got hurt late. So when they're not both on the floor, they struggle to score points. And even when they are, you know, they fall in love with the three-point line, and you know, that's okay if you shoot it at a pretty high percentage. But they shot a lot of tough three-pointers tonight. What I mean by that, 2, 3, 4 feet behind the three-point line. So those are tough shots. And again, if you can make them at a high clip, good for you, but the percentage tonight just wasn't there. So tough night for Leavenworth, but they'll forget about this one tomorrow and get ready for the next game.
Isla Herman records her third career double-double, and her last double-double she had was that performance against Baldwin in double overtime back in that Top Gun Tournament Championship game. She finishes with 21 points and 11 rebounds on the night. What a career performance from Isla Herman.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say? We'll be repeating ourselves until her career is over here at Spring Hill, because again, we talk about her so much and what she can do for the Lady Broncos. She did a great job of just an overall solid game here this evening. For a guard, yes, she has great size for a guard, but for a guard to come in and get 11 rebounds is pretty impressive. So she had several assists as well to go with that. So, not just herself, but getting her teammates involved as well. So overall, a great night of basketball for the Lady Broncos. They'll celebrate that one this evening and then get ready for Lewisburg on Friday.
Yeah, and it should be another win for another close game for the Broncos, I should say. Wouldn't count them for a win just yet because, look at Lewisburg right now. They're playing some of their great ball. Coach Lane will have them ready and have them tested. They have a really young, great group that will be battle-tested and ready. So should be a fun game on Friday. Depending on who will be there, could be myself, could be BJ. We don't know yet.
Legend BJ Harris, potentially.
Unless he just gives it to me. I don't know. That'll do it for game one of our doubleheader here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Boys, up next, you're watching Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's Heating and Air Conditioning Company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Auction Bank community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Welcome back to our coverage of Bronco basketball here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics. Straight into our Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show, where they are Spring Hill's Heating and Air Conditioning Company. Learn more at comfortdesigns.net or call 913-592-4453. Ken Carbajo, Curtis Kaiser, I'm Brendan Bowen. Game two of our doubleheader here between the Broncos and the Pioneers. Both teams coming off a loss in each of their last matchups. The Broncos coming off a 46-63 loss against the Lansing Lions, in which the story of that game was Mekhi Stephens just got hot. He dropped 25, and the majority of those points were from him. So if they stopped him, they would have closely had a win, but Lansing was just on fire that night, and you couldn't really stop what they were trying to do.
Well, I know you're about to ask me this, so I'm gonna beat you to the punch here. I think the key for the Broncos tonight is to get back to the defense that's been their calling card all season. I don't feel like, and I think Coach Bouchard would probably agree with me, didn't have their best defensive effort against Lansing yesterday. So, my key to the game, what I want to see out of the Broncos tonight is to get back to that tenacious defense and have some of that great team defense that we've had all season, where they've got, more than just one defender. They're covering for each other and all those things. That's what we've done well all season. I'm looking forward to getting that back here this evening.
We're just a minute away from tip-off. And we actually have a special introduction here to start off the game. It'll be Duncan Pinkham being officially announced as a Kansas Shrine Bowl selection, in which Duncan's one of several athletes to be nominated for this honor. And I mean, there's nobody better that you could have picked than Duncan Pinkham, which, I mean, you had a lot of great Broncos that could have probably easily been selected, but Duncan Pinkham, this year's Bronco selection.
Yep, certainly a standout athlete on the football field, and looking forward to seeing what he could do for the Shrine during the Shrine game coming up. I think next year we may have another one that comes to mind that might likely be selected for that game and that honor, but we'll see. I don't want to be Nostradamus, but we got a pretty good junior football player that will be a senior next year that can maybe garner that honor as well.
We'll step aside for public address announcer Murray Matthew.
Welcome everyone to tonight's game with your visiting Leavenworth Pioneers and our Spring Hill Broncos. At this time we have a special announcement. Since 1974, the Kansas Shrine Bowl has showcased the top high school senior football players from across they love for the kids. Tonight, we have Shriners from Awadula and the Shriners Children Patient Ambassadors, Lynn Baker and Bob Olson, here to extend an official invitation to our Duncan Pinkham. Pediatric care for the children, regardless of the family's ability to pay or insurance status. This unique patient-centered wraparound care allows children to thrive on meeting their goals and reaching their full potential. Thank you, Shriners, and congratulations again to Duncan Pinkham. 28-26 Kansas Shrine Bowl East All-Star. And here are your starting lineup.
Future William Wood Owl, Duncan Pinkham. I'll take you through the starting lineups for Leavenworth. I have a senior, Ravani Cheatham. A 5'9" senior, Contravion Tolbert. Gunnar Alonso is senior. Adrian Brantley is senior as well, or junior, I should say. And here come the Broncos starting lineups. Jackson Bruce first. Jordan Miller next, so usual starting five. Bruce, Miller, Hedrick, Gephardt, and Byer. One of the best PA announcers in the state of Kansas, Murray Matthew. None better, doing it for decades. Well loved, well respected.
There we go, that sounds better. Absolutely, can't give Murray Matthew enough credit for all he does for Spring Hill Athletics, announcing football and basketball games. He's done it for a long time and does it very, very well. You can tell someone that just genuinely enjoys what.
Solidly packed Spring Hill High School. Bronco Nation is here, and they've showed up. Are you ready?
Let's do this.
I'm ready. Here we go. Broncos, Pioneers, two future UKC foes going at it. Broncos win, tip it, away we go. Last non-conference game this evening. Should be a good one. Broncos looking to get back, have their first win over a UKC foe this year. They've swung at Baser, came up just short. They've swung at Lansing. Couldn't quite come up strong, but this time they'll have a shot at the Pioneers. We'll give it to Kentravion Tolbert, 5'9" senior.
Jackson did good just to get a shot up there. He was heavily guarded and was able to draw the contact. Their on-ball defense for Leavenworth seems to be on point here so far early on.
Kick out, Hedrick for 3 on the wing. That one no good. And taken in by the Pioneers. This is Brantley. And that's going to be an offensive foul. That's almost like I called that, Chris. I actually marked him down for a foul in my book instead of a rebound, but then here he is just picking up an offensive foul.
Yeah, he just extended that arm there. There was no denying that. You know, good on the steal down there, but yeah, when you extend your arm like that in plain daylight, you're going to get caught every time. So
Byer, open room, gets both defenders to jump, and he's fouled on the shot.
I think I said this last broadcast. Early, every game in the first quarter, Brooks Byer is aggressive and always gets off to a good start. You know, if he ends up with 10 in a game, I think he has 7 of those in the first quarter.
Byers free throw, no good. Gunnar Alonso the rebound. Off camera, Drew Leinbach, the head coach for the Pioneers, talking with the official. Fairly new coaches for the Pioneers this year. Alonso trying to drive in a wall. 3 on the way. Brantley, good. Adrian Brantley's got the Pioneers on the board and in the lead. Miller trying to dump it down low for Byer. Miller could have taken it himself. Why not? Spin move by Brantley. Shot no good. Eli Hedrick the rebound. And no foul, but Ravani Cheatham picks up already his 5th at 6 points. Pioneers playing hard, already a 9-0 run for Leavenworth in the first few minutes of the game. Mikey Beck also to the table. Long throw, finds Byer, trapped down low. And he won't get the bucket to fall, and he's got a chance at 2. Give it to Adrian Brantley, already picks up his 2nd personal. Brooks Byer, 0-1 on his first trip up. I'm going to send it to number 0, which I don't have on my roster, so I'll wait for Murray to help me out here. Mikey Beck, Henry Barnett, Peyton McAvoy check in. So Byer already 0 for 2 to start off, entered in shooting 40% from the free throw line this season. That time sinks his first. Sam Harris will also check in. So already everybody but Hedrick off the floor for the Broncos. Six-point lead for Spring Hill. Nearly first part of the game. 6-point lead for Leavenworth, excuse me. Cheatham can't make it 9. Rebound, Eli Hedrick. Oh, he took a bit of an extra step there. Bit of turnover there. That's the 3rd. McAvoy kind of confused and upset there. Okay.
Well, let's reset here and see if we can get a good defensive possession here and maybe some defense leading to some offense.
Cheatham's fouled on the floor. Get the foul to Mikey Beck. It's his first. 5'10" sophomores played in every single game so far this year.
Yeah, I think defense is his calling card. Coach Bouchard oftentimes does the defense-offense rotation at the end of the game, and he's always the defensive specialist he brings in the game.
Defensive specialist on the football field as well, starting corner. Missed 3, no good. McAvoy the rebound. Mikey Beck Island. Hedrick trapped in the corner and trying to toss it down low, stolen away by Clark. That one just missed. Nice hustle by Hedrick. Harris the rebound. The corner, catch and shoot. Barnett 3, no. Taken in by Contravian Tolbert. Already down the floor. North wasting no time. Cheatham spins, fadeaway jumper's good. It's a quick 8 points for Rivani Cheatham, the senior. And Beck lost his dribble. They're going to call a foul on.
Yeah, he stepped out of bounds.
Oh, he stepped out of bounds. Okay.
Yep.
It's already now the 5th Bronco turnover as Hedrick off the floor, along with Beck, Bruce and Miller into the game. Long throw down low for Alonzo. Harris will foul him. 2 free throws coming up for Gunnar Alonzo. Alonzo makes the first. Brooks Beyer checks in for Sam Harris. New type of quarter zip I see the Bronco coaches wearing. Good one falls for Gunnar Alonzo. Bruce to Beyer. Drives in, throws it up, and it's good. Brooks Beyer has all 5 Bronco points tonight. Still trail by 8. Nice cut down low by Tolbert. It's that back cut. Broncos didn't quite see it.
Yeah, that was a good possession there. Good find. Good execution.
McAvoy for 3 in the corner. No. And Tolbert the rebound. Bruce pokes it away from behind. Pioneers turned it over for the first time this quarter. Here's Braden Brenner who's going to check in. McAvoy pulls up from the elbow, no good. Tipped by Beyer, taken up by McAvoy. And he follows through with that one. Another different scorer besides Brooks Beyer. It's Peyton McAvoy.
Be a good night for Peyton McAvoy to put in about 5 threes. We'll see. Think we could use it. Certainly talented enough.
Alonzo for 3 from the corner. Just off the mark, but they'll say that Rivani Cheatham was out of bounds. Braden Brenner and Eli Hedrick check in for McAvoy and Bruce. In the game for the Pioneers, it's Noah Flanders and also number 3, Key Davis. Sequise Davis, or they call him Key Davis. There's also Noah Flanders who gets the steal. Long throw down to Cheatham. Basket won't fall. Gets his own miss, and the points are good for Ivani Cheatham. And the Broncos going to call a timeout. 17-7, Pioneers lead it with less than a minute to play in the opening quarter. Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live, Brendan Bolin, Curtis Kaiser back here with you. man behind the lens, Caden Carbajo, Spring Hill's finest. Back here in Spring Hill, Broncos are trailing by 10, less than a minute to play in the opening quarter. Brenner for three. Can't start off this quarter with a bang. That's rebounded by Noah Flanders. He's got a nice flow. And a foul on the floor on Spring Hill. Give it to Jordan Miller. 6'3" senior. Picks up his first personal, team's third. Broncos trying to avoid losing their second straight game. Flanders. Throw it swung around. About 2 seconds separate shot and game clock. Excuse me, 3 seconds. Brenner guarding up on Key Davis for Tolbert. Brenner reads that pass well. Here comes Brenner, poked away from behind. They'll stay with the Broncos. They have 8.5 seconds left to do what they want with it.
Good effort there by Raiden to tip that away and try to get a layup, but excellent defense down here by Leavenworth.
Miller, basket won't fall, and he's fouled. To give the foul to Flanders, so Miller will be shooting free throws here. No, Flanders picks up his first personal. Clark and Gunnar Lazo to check into the game. So Miller seeks his first one. Miller 68% from the free throw line this season. Starting in every single game this year for the Broncos. 6'3" senior, play football at Benedictine. He's got baseball season coming up as well, don't forget. It's not too far away. They'll say that Cheatham stepped in. Bruce checks in for Henry Barnett. Third Pioneer turnover already. Hedrick to Byer. Shot no good. Rebounded by Brenner, who can't sink that one. And we're through 8 minutes of play in the opening quarter. The Broncos trail by 8 after 1. Second quarter coming up next here on Spring Hill Sports Live after a word from our sponsors.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live, second quarter for the Broncos. Looking to try and pick up the intensity, while also trying to get themselves in a better spot headed into half. They trailed by just 8 against Lansing. That one left short, but the rebound and put back by number 0. So I'll have to get that from Murray at half. Byer goes to work down low. Make it 7 points for Brooks Byer. Got 7 of Spring Hill's 11 points.
Yeah, the Broncos offense is just out of sync right now.
Broncos just trying to go for a double team. Look to be in a 3-2 zone almost. Or 2-on-2 maybe. Something along the lines of that sort. That one tipped around, but Brooks Byer prevails with the board. Miller, the crafty work to the basket and good.
That's a tough shot there by Jordan Miller. Kudos to him for attacking the lane there and able to get a tough one off the glass.
One out of play, it'll stay with the Broncos. A few substitutions come in. Let's take a look at that replay. That instant replay brought to you by Attic Storage of Spring Hill. Attic offers climate-controlled units, RV, and vehicle storage, plus clean, move-in, ready spaces. It's a veteran-owned, community-focused business. Attic features monitored 24/7 with friendly on-site managers. Rent, reserve, and pay online anytime at attic-storage.com. Missed 3, no good. Cheatham blocked by Miller, gets his own rebound again, and he's fouled on the shot. Miller picking up his second personal foul. Turner Barnett will go to the table, most likely in for Jordan Miller. Oh, okay, so never mind. Scratch the foul on Miller. They're going to give it to Brooks Byer, although I thought Miller was one of the ones that would have gotten it.
Yeah, it looked like the contact there was from Jordan, but. Or from Jackson, sorry.
So Miller off, in comes Barnett. Cheatham looking to make his second free throw. And that one misses off the mark as well. Grant Gebhardt's his first rebound tonight. Whoa, watch out. That was, I knew what Bruce wanted to do there, but.
Yeah, I think it got away from him a little bit.
I mean, he zipped that thing right to the padding.
A full court press here, trying to change things up, see if we can create a turnover.
Might have scared the photographer. Tolbert the one to break the press. Broncos settle back into a 2-1-2 zone, it looks to be. 2-1-2 kind of mesh into, maybe it's more of a man.
Yeah, I think they're in man right now.
Broncos switching well. Shot clock down to 3. Clark creates, throws it up. Off the glass and no good. It's Henry Barnett to corral it. Barnett trapped right near the baseline. Broncos have to create something. Bruce pulls up inside. Jumper's good. There's the first points for Jackson Bruce. And a timeout called by Drew Leinbach and the Pioneers. It's a 30-second timeout that we'll take with them. Broncos are back in order. They trail by just 4. 5:12 to go in the second quarter here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Buy one Sonic Smasher and get another free. That's right, buy one hand-smashed Angus beef Sonic Smasher and get another free. It's the dual threat quarterback of burger deals. Buy one, get one free in the Sonic app.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live, 19-15. Pioneers up by just 4, but the Broncos find themselves back in a groove. And what started working for Spring Hill that you've seen, Curtis?
Well, they've been able to play defensively, stay in front of them a little bit better. They haven't rebounded the ball exceptionally well yet, but better on-ball defense. And then they've been sharing the ball pretty good, swinging the ball side to side, and creating good shots. So we've had some layups here and some good shots by the Broncos. We'll see if that continues here about halfway through the second quarter. Not quite, I guess, but getting there. If I keep talking about it, we'll eventually be there.
Long throw to Brantley. McAvoy gets there in time. Pioneers trying to swing it around.
It's better defense here, just like I was talking about. We're more aggressive on the perimeter here, making things a little bit more difficult.
3 on the way, no good. Tipped around, brought in by McAvoy. It's his 3rd rebound. Pioneer will have to dribble. Broncos looking to keep this run going. Pass got away from McAvoy for a second, corrals it back in. Byer fakes, drives, trying to slice through, stolen away by Brantley. Nice job by Bruce to get back and slow Leavenworth. Harrison Miller at the scores table for Spring Hill. Broncos trying to go back-to-back defensive stops here. Alonso the give to Brantley. 3 on the way, no good. Back-to-back defensive stops for Spring Hill. Come at no better time. Bruce trying to do it himself. Slices right through. Steps his way in for 4 points now in the game for Jackson Bruce.
Yeah, that's a pretty tough shot. Thanks to the old Euro step, though, he was able to get that up off the rim.
That was not a call that Coach Bouchard wanted to hear. He saw him disagree with that. He's like, no, 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 no. Byer picks up his 2nd personal foul.
Yeah.
As he heads to the bench. And the referee, we'll hear it from Coach Bouchard. Bruce and Byer off. Miller and Harris into the game. One possession ball game. 3 on the way. Tolbert drills it. And Travion Tolbert has 5. Pushes the lead back to 5 for the Pioneers. That time Cheatham couldn't quite keep it in bounds and keep it alive. Braden Brenner checks in for Henry Barnett. Long inbound, ran over by Harris. McAvoy catch and shoot 3 off the back of the iron. Noah Flanders, 2nd rebound.
And Coach Bouchard's just trying to find that group that's going to play well and play hard together here this evening. A little bit of different rotation, but might have got McAvoy in there maybe for the foul.
Wait for this one. Official word says Jordan Miller.
Nope, they called it on 30. Braden Brenner. I don't know about that.
Okay. I saw the 3. It took him a second to hold up to 0, so that's why I assumed it was Jordan, so my apologies there. As soon as I look down, he holds up a 0. I'm giving it to Braden Brenner. Picks up his 1st personal. McAvoy guarding Alonso, finds lane, throws it up, and it's in off the glass. 4 for Gunnar Alonso in the game.
Making them take tough shots, but they're currently making tough shots.
A foul on the floor. Leavenworth. AJ Clark has picked up his 1st. First on the 5'11" junior. Bruce, fadeaway jumper, no good. Pioneers with the rebound. So number 1. It's Jamarion Jefferson, one of the new faces in this game. Bully basketball down low by Alonso. Can't get the bucket to fall. It's Harris to the board. Bruce floats in the air like Superman. Basket won't go, and then a miscommunication as bodies flying on the floor. It's Flanders with the rebound. It's his third. That's the fourth Pioneer turnover. Gephardt checks into the game. Lonzo goes off the floor for Leavenworth. Gephardt's corner three, no. Ivani Cheatham, how about him? 10 points, 4 rebounds in the first quarter for the senior. That one just pinballed in right to Jordan Miller. 3-on-2 down the floor, and it's Gephardt with the easy layup.
It's always good to see the ball go in the bucket. Maybe they'll get Grant going.
Off the knee of Jefferson. That's Bronco basketball back the other way. Brenner for three. Off. It's going to stay with the Pioneers. No doubt about that. Three seconds separate shot and game clock. Broncos will be the one with the last shot. Leavenworth, meanwhile, just try and hang on as long as possible, but not before Jackson Bruce steals it away. Swiped right back by Leavenworth. And Ivani Cheatham going to be called for a foul, and Jordan Miller in disbelief. That's his second personal. Already the fourth foul on the Broncos. Ivani Cheatham at the line to shoot.
Yeah, not what you wanted to have happen here at the end of the quarter, but
Cheatham leaves it short. Traven Tolbert checks in for Flanders. One more will check in. It's also, didn't quite catch who else was, never mind. Thought it was going to be AJ Clark off, but we're going to talk to Coach Leinbach as Cheatham makes the second. 10 seconds. Miller, hop step. It's Harris for three at the top. No good. Tolbert the rebound. And time expires before the Pioneers can get off another shot. Through 16 of play. Broncos trail by 6. Our halftime show presented by Michael Grant at Farnborough Financial Services. Broncos dance team to make a performance, and so much more. You're watching Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
The University of Kansas Health System is proud to be the official healthcare provider of the Kansas City Chiefs. Both organizations know excellence comes through their actions. It's about giving support and collaborating together. It's providing comfort and leadership to forge the path to success. The University of Kansas Health System cares for you in every moment, no matter how small. Learn more at kansashealthsystem.com.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill.
The industry's most advanced equipment and training, state-of-the-art diagnostic tools, and the small-town friendly service you expect. That's J&T Auto Service in Spring Hill. Eliminate the veil of uncertainty with J&T Auto's digital diagnostic process. This unique service ensures transparency, clear communication, and documentation, allowing for a quick and complete repair. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Buy one Sonic Smasher and get another free. That's right, buy one hand-smashed Angus beef Sonic Smasher and get another free. It's the dual threat quarterback of burger deals. Buy one, get one free in the Sonic app.
My younger son, Lucas, just started at 13. I would highly recommend Strody for anyone considering it. Starting the braces process, they'll tell you what's going on and make it easy, not scary, well-informed. It's nothing you can't handle.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's Heating and Air Conditioning Company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Every tax season a villain rises.
Keep those numbers messy. I thrive on confusion.
But when overpayment strikes, a hero answers the call.
You can't save them all, Captain.
Watch me. Prime Accounting, fighting for your deductions, protecting your refund. Don't let Tax Luther take your refund. Join Team Prime today. Power to the people who file.
To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Find whole body wellness with Sozo Chiropractic in downtown Spring Hill. Relax and recharge with medical grade infrared. Experience natural relief with dry needling and acupuncture. Or try stem wave therapy, a cutting edge option for pain relief and healing. Whether it's you, your kids, or your family, Sozo Chiropractic is here to help you feel your best. Visit us at 102 South Main in Spring Hill or call 913-592-0010. Sozo Chiropractic. Relax, restore, and live well.
Both my older sons have come through Strody Orthodontics. It's reasonable, it's been
Halftime is here, and we apologize for the long commercial break. But we're back on the air. Halftime show presented by Michael Grant at Farnborough Financial Services. Brendan Bull and Curtis Kaiser back here with you. Not the most spread out scoring that we've seen, Curtis. Just 5 scores apiece from both teams. We take a look at these now. Leading the way for the Pioneers, 11 points for Ravani Cheatham, 5 for Contravian Tolbert, 4 for Gunnar Alonso, 3 for Adrian Brantley, and 2 for someone with the last name of Williams. We don't have his first name, just last name is Williams. That's all I got from PA announcer Murray Matthew. What do you think of Pioneers in the first half?
Well, offense or the athleticism jumps off the court. The Bronco defense is having a tough time. I feel like it's the kind of a microcosm of what I said about the Leavenworth girls, how they had some individual good defensive moments, but not good team defense. That seems to be what our Bronco boys are experiencing here this evening. We've had some good on-ball defense moments, but when they've been able to get around us, we haven't been there to help, and that's caused or allowed Leavenworth to really put the ball in the bucket and get some easy shots. So we'll see what Coach Bouchard was able to draw up at halftime. See if we can stop that.
And for the Broncos, leading the way is Brooks Byer with 7 points. He's leading the way last time out at the half against Lansing. He leads the way with 7, 4 from Bruce and Miller, and 2 from McAvoy and Gephardt. So the Broncos just trying to find their groove, which they went on a little run kind of towards the end of the second quarter, but Leavenworth just found their way back in this game. So what do you need to see? What do you want to see from the Broncos in this second half?
Well, defense, you got to stay in front of your guy, and if you can't, you have to rely on your teammate there to be there to help stop him. And right now, we haven't been doing a very good job of that. So, like I said, hopefully we got something drew up at halftime there, and see if we change our defense a little bit, and we'll see if we have a little bit more successful third quarter coming up here.
Yeah. Coach Bouchard getting the tickets on your screen there with the QR code, or you can visit the Spring Hill Education Foundation Facebook for more info. Silent auction. There's a puppy.
Are you in? Are you pulling the plug or pulling the trigger on the puppy? Or what's the deal?
Might have it. I'll make myself available.
All right.
Here we are, third quarter. And an early foul on Leavenworth. AJ Clark picks up his second personal foul. Pass in for Byer, and it's good. Byer's got 9, the assist from Eli Hedrick. They're trying to go for Alonso. They're going to say last touch off of Brooks Byer. It's going to stay with Leavenworth. Alonso to inbound.
Just a 4-point game. That's as close as we've been in a while. So
it's been as close as a 2-point game, pretty much. Or even smallest lead the Broncos have been down by is just 1, and a missed shot. Brooks Byer the rebound, been as 1. The Broncos got the scoring started in a quick 3. That one bounced on every single part of the basket, and it's out of play.
yeah, we got just not able to hit the outside shots here so far this evening. Heat check Hedrick hasn't scored yet, so we got to get him in the scoring column. Good defense here by the Broncos. Maybe a 10-second violation. Had to be close.
That's what they'll get. Forcing the first Pioneer turnover of the second half. It comes at no better time when the Broncos trying to get themselves in a positive scoring run.
And so far, I mean, it's early, but the first minute and 10 seconds here, the Broncos really tightened up that defense. We'll see if that trend continues. But
Bruce pulls up, jumper's good. 6 for Jackson Bruce.
It's a good shot by Jackson. He had the screen coming, the defender knew it, and he didn't take the screen. Was able to go to his left and hit a nice little jump shot there.
And he will be called for a foul. Just got Alonso tripped up there. Coach Bouchard has his hands on his head, knowing that he was so close to having back-to-back 10-second violations.
Yeah.
I think they were just right there.
And you can't let them split the double team there. They had a nice trap, and you can't let the offensive players split that, and that's where we ended up getting the foul called.
Wide open look down low. It's Brantley in the paint. It's 5 for Adrian Brantley.
That's just too easy there. There wasn't even any pressure on the guy shooting the ball, so we got to do a better job of that. Spacing there is not very good this possession so far. We'll see if that changes, but nice look.
Great look from Hedrick to Grant Gebhardt. That's 4 for him. Second assist in the quarter for Eli Hedrick. The Spring Hill faithful is already named the best point guard in the state of Kansas.
Yeah. Nice little soft touch there by Gebhardt's.
Forces Alonso to back down on the shot, tipped around, and taken in by Eli Hedrick. Broncos within 2.
Jackson Bruce makes me nervous.
Gebhardt for the lead. No, and last off Jackson Bruce.
Jackson Bruce sometimes does that little roll with his hand. I'm afraid he's going to get called for a carry one of these days. He makes me nervous with that.
I mean, let's be honest, a lot of the guards we see do it now.
Oh, they do, and you never know. I just, one of those big moments if something like that happens, it just makes me nervous. It's back to when you force the referee to make a judgment call.
Brooks Byer had a hand on it, collects it, he's fouled on the shot.
23, you look at him, then you look at Brooks Byer, and you think, who's quicker? Well, Brooks just showed you right there.
Adrian Brantley picks up his 3rd personal foul. Byer misses the first. Mikey Beck checks in for Eli Hedrick. And I want to say that the name that we're looking for is Malachi Williams. We'll just roll with it. Second one, no good. Taken in by Mikey Beck. That one also not good. Bruce gets the zone miss. 3rd chance now for the Broncos.
Yeah, they're battling down there on the offensive board, so that's good. Hopefully we get the ball go in the bucket here.
Bruce wanted to go to the corner, but Jordan Miller wasn't there. And you can see Miller and Bruce not pleased, and neither was Coach Bouchard.
Tough spot to inbound the ball here. See if we can get a trap or something to cause a turnover. Oh, well, you got the pass you wanted. That long of a pass, you got to be able to intercept it.
Nice job by McAvoy to force the miss. Miller throws it up. Offensive foul.
Oh.
Miller's 3rd personal.
Miller a lot of times on the other side of that drawing the offensive foul. That time he was dishing it out, unfortunately.
Looks like Eli Hedrick's going to replace him, and now the referee is going to come over.
I'm not sure what's there to talk about. Shot clock is right.
Not sure what was needed to be explained, but
if you could see the look on my face, it's probably pretty confused.
Bruce trying to reach in on Alonzo. It's Tolbert to beat the press across the timeline for the Pioneers. Bruce reading the back cut. Pioneers moving it around, 9 on the shot clock. Alonzo backs down. Tolbert kick out, Malachi Williams for 3, and he drills it.
Well, it was a good defensive possession until it wasn't. They defended really well there for 25 or so seconds, but then gave up a wide open three-pointer.
McAvoy right back from back once again. To Hedrick. Open lane in the middle. Byer throws it up. They'll call an offensive foul on Brooks Byer. That's just bully ball right there, but I guess the defender might have had his feet set.
Yeah, you take a Brooks Byer in your chest, you're going to feel it. Good effort there, just unfortunate.
I did a 13th foul on the Broncos.
2 starters with 3 fouls.
Not a position you want to put yourself in.
Could be a factor here. Good ball movement by Leavenworth. Swing the ball, everybody's touched it.
3 on the way. That one's no good. Alonzo with the rebound. Trying to fight his way through, and tough basket by Gunnar Alonzo. Taking now a 7-point Pioneer lead. McAvoy, the beautiful back cut. Keeps the possession alive for the Broncos. Heat check, Hedrick for 3. You betcha! Just win.
Greyhound baseball team. I don't know, Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live, you got a little taste in that last commercial of what the Spring Hill soiree is kind of like. Last year was kind of a masquerade theme, but this year more Roaring 20s themed. So again, get your tickets now. Spring Hill Educational Foundation, Facebook's got you. Broncos almost were able to force a turnover, but Pioneers just got the deflection to go their way. Cheatham for 3. Good. Just when you think the Broncos have a good defensive possession stringed together, Leavenworth will just kill the moment, and the Broncos have. Hedrick, back to back.
Yeah, the frustrating part about the defensive side here is the wide open three-pointers. We haven't even been in the area for the last 2 3-pointers, so that's, I don't know if it's different defensive assignment missed or rotation off a little bit. I'm not sure exactly, but they haven't been contested.
Played in for Cheatham's open lane, and the bucket's good for Rivani Cheatham. 15 for the senior. And timeout called by the Pioneers, and we'll keep it here. Again, give you an opportunity to get your tickets now for the 2026 Spring Hill Educational Foundation Spring Soiree themed Twilight in the Vineyard, Saturday, March 7th at 6 p.m. at Boardmont Winery. It's the Roaring 20s themed dance is sure to make you bust a move. Again, auction, silent auction, dancing, drinks, music by dueling pianos, performances by the cheer team and the dance team, possibly, and so much more. Get your tickets right here with the QR code on your screen. Again, Saturday, March 7th, starting at 6 p.m., goes till about 10 or 11 o'clock, or whenever they shut the doors. I don't know.
Well, they have to kick Caden out because he'll probably be the last one. He'll still be dancing. The music will be done. He'll still be dancing.
Yeah, Caden's going to be the last one. He's going to show up.
Zebra fedora.
Zebra
I heard
fedora.
About a golden
24 karat gold watch. Yeah, he has one of those. He told me he has one.
That's nice. While we have a second here, I do want to mention too another event coming up. Spring Hill FFA has an alumni auction and dinner. So dinner is free if you want to come support the Spring Hill FFA. It's Saturday, February 21st at 5 p.m. in the Commons area here at the high school. A lot of always good prizes and things to bid on during that live auction. So come on by and support your Spring Hill FFA.
You going, Curtis? Sounds like you are.
Absolutely. My daughter is an FFA and participates nationally, so she's had a really good year and she really enjoys that. So yeah, we've been there every year and we're going again this year.
I appreciate you plugging the flyer there. It's really beneficial to get everybody involved. Last off of Sam Harris. Well, he wanted to try and fight for his case, but
good battle down there.
He did, yeah.
Yeah, he was 2-on-1 there. Almost come away with it. But
I think also during this time, since we'll advertise our next broadcast, we'll also preview that. This coming Thursday, we'll have a boys wrestling duel between Spring Hill Broncos and the Gardner Edgerton Trailblazers. That begins at 6 p.m. It's in the other gym. We'll hopefully have that worked out again. Spring Hill Sports Live on Facebook, or you could find my Twitter or X, whatever you call it, at Brendan Bolin for updates on that. Myself, Matt Jones, Kaden Carbajo will be joining you in the Ox Gym at 6 p.m. And Jackson Bruce rips that away. Beautiful defensive stand by the Broncos. Bruce spins and puts the layup in.
that was impressive there. That was a tough shot.
Broncos
Leavenworth has struggled with this pressure. I'm not sure why we backed off there with 6 seconds to go, but
drive by Tolbert and the bucket in time. Count it. Broncos trail by 6 as we head to the final quarter of play. 8 more minutes left to decide the fate of this game. Who's going to come out on top? You'll find out next here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Back here, fourth quarter on Spring Hill Sports Live. A fired up Coach Connor Bouchard trying to rally the troops, get Spring Hill their 11th victory of the season, trying to avoid dropping 2 straight. They haven't lost back-to-back games at all this season. That's what's so impressive about this Broncos team is they've been able to rebound after a loss. Last time being, you go to that Topeka-Seaman game, they rebounded the 5-point victory over Paola. And they'll start this quarter off with a missed shot from Cheatham. Eli Hedrick the board.
I think Broncos are fortunate there. That was a pretty good shot. Looked like it had a chance, but then we just turned the ball right back over.
Down the floor, Malachi Williams is fouled.
Pretty good defense by Leavenworth. You got to credit them for some of the mistakes we've had here this evening. But plenty of time left in the game here. We'll see if they can right the ship here.
Broncos 0-3 versus UKC opponents this year. Trying to avoid going 0-4.
Moving the screen there.
If it's a foul, it's going back the other way. Malachi Williams picks up his first foul. Pioneers 2-1 against the Frontier League this season. They picked up wins against Lewisburg and Tonganoxie, but the only loss they suffered against a Frontier League foe, the Bonner Springs, 47-78, the final score of that one. Bonner Springs still undefeated in league and overall play this season.
It's a good idea there. Leavenworth's in a 3-2 zone, and Jackson Bruce was able to get to the baseline and get open, and good effort there to find the ball. Just didn't quite make it. Got tipped out of bounds.
Bruce settles in, kick out. Henry Barnett, corner three on the way. Yes, sir! Henry Barnett found his groove. He's got his first points of the game.
That's a big shot.
Broncos within 3. Bronco bench active as ever. Cheatham in for Brantley.
Oh, I think he got away with a walk there.
Long throw, back for Cheatham. Baseline drive, thrown up top. Brantley now will take it himself, and he's got the bucket. Broncos again, trail by 5, back to a 2-possession ball game. Bruce cuts it down to a 1 now. It's now 10 for Jackson Bruce, 3-point game. Broncos staying in the fight.
It's just possession after possession, though. They defend well for 25 seconds of that, but then they have a defensive lapse, and they ended up with a layup or open three-pointers. Got to finish the possessions if you're the Broncos.
That's, I said, last off the Broncos. Leavenworth trying to change the personnel on this inbound play. Looks like that's something designed. Kind of a box look almost. Brantley cuts to the corner. Cheatham for 3 in the corner. Off the mark. Brooks Byer collects the board. Broncos don't need much, just a basket. Don't want to come up empty on this possession.
Yeah, you can absolutely remain patient here, just working around till you can find a good shot.
And with a bit of emotion, Byer is going to be fouled. They're going to call it on Contravian Tolbert. The second on him. Off goes Malachi Williams, in his place Gunnar Alonso. So turn back to the 6'1" senior Gunnar. Broncos work it in. Miller, nice find down low. Bruce misses it, gets his own rebound. Barnett for the tie. No good. Bruce can't quite come up with it.
Had our chances there. Jackson missed a little bunny there, and then a good look at the three-pointer, but
and foul on the Broncos. Give it to Eli Hedrick. That's just his first. Miller has 3, Hedrick with 1. Byer with 3, Gebhardt with 1. That's the foul trouble for the starting 5 for Spring Hill. Going around Brantley in the corner. They wanted a push off. Coach Bouchard livid on the sideline.
yeah, I think if Jordan Miller would have fell down, he might have got the call there. Definitely contact.
Clark throws it up, can't bank it home. Brought in by Jackson Bruce. It's his 4th rebound. Barnett, baseline drive, throws it up, no good. Gets his own miss. Second chance, no good. Broncos again come up empty.
And again, got a good shot. Just got to be able to finish those.
Alonso, the fake, the hesitation. Bucket falls for Gunnar Alonso. Timeout, Coach Leinbach and the Pioneers. 5-point game. Broncos fighting all they can, but Leavenworth just trying to hang on to break their 6-game losing streak. 3:45 to play in the final quarter. 43-38 our score.
As a 50th birthday present for myself, I went ahead and chose to get myself braces. I had braces when I was a kid, and I had not done the whole retainer routine that I was supposed to, and my teeth had gotten out of whack. So Strode Orthodontics was highly recommended to me. I came down here and immediately was impressed with the professionalness of the staff, as well as just the kindness and the happiness and the joy that's in this office. I knew that this is the place that I wanted to come. It had to be a good place, and this was a good place.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live. That is kind of in the bottom of our screen. That's Coach Bouchard's kid dancing.
That's Donnie getting after it.
You gotta love it.
And the kid's got a basketball on his shirt. My guess is that's going to play a role in that young man's future.
Absolutely.
Of course, Coach Bouchard, a very successful high school and collegiate career. So Bouchard's just a coaching family, not necessarily just basketball. Very successful coaching family.
Broncos trail by 5. Leavenworth has backed the Broncos out to beyond the arc. Miller trying to take it himself, and he'll collect the foul on the shot. I'll give it to Malachi Williams, who picks up his second. Okay, so there's the ref. Just I won't go with tail, but he held up a 0, but then he switched it over to a number. It's like
changed it to 4.
First one, no good. Which number 0 is not even on the floor.
Yeah, he switched it to 4.
Okay. So I was going to say, I don't know why he held it a 0, because he's not even on the floor. So he changed it to 4, which, thank goodness. Miller, second free throw off the line as well. Brantley the rebound. Look to my right and see a few Bronco football coaches here watching. A lot of these guys on the team. Mikey Beck, Brooks Beyer, Jordan Miller, Eli Hedrick, just to name a few. Cheatham. Oh, call jump ball. It's going to go with the Broncos.
Wow.
And Coach Leinbach can't believe it.
That's an interesting call there. Obviously, we'll take it. Looked like some contact, but as we've talked about, they're not going to ask for my opinion. So.
Oh, and that one tossed away, but Edrick saves it. Bruce splits it. Hedrick for 3, just off. Rebound, A.J. Clark. His first recorded statistic today. No better time when Leavenworth just up by 5. Alonso for 3, off the iron. I'll say it was already out of bounds. So here we go. The Broncos defend well, need a bucket to complement this defensive stop. Beyer, the seal on Alonso, and the bucket's good. Timeout called by Coach Bouchard and the Broncos. 30-second timeout that we'll keep here for. Let's take a look at that last replay presented by Attic Storage of Spring Hill. Just nice seal.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the bucket to go. 43-40, 2:11 to play
That's a tough pass there too. Good pass, but a tough one for a big guy to handle. But like we've talked about, Brooks isn't your average big guy, so Jackson Bruce was able to get him the feed there. A great seal by Brooks Byer. And Brooks does what he's been doing all season, putting the ball in the bucket for the Broncos.
Now for the Broncos, you first of all need a defensive stop again, but second of all, whenever that's happened, it's just been miss after miss, but it's all been great shots.
Yeah, we've had great shots, and we can't get over this three-point hump. It seems like we've had 5 or 6 shots in a row where we've got it down to 3. We had an easy one there by Jackson Bruce, and just several easy shots that we've missed. So we gotta get a turnover here, or get a defensive stop, and then get us some momentum. I think once we put the ball in the bucket, we'll get the crowd back in the game, and that will help fuel us to victory, we hope.
Broncos back to that full court pressure.
It's kind of a man-to-man press is all that was. We're looking for a trap here. Mikey.
Full court trap. Mikey Beck retreats.
There you go.
And that one tossed away. Cheatham's passed all right to Mikey Beck.
I could tell Mikey was out of rotation there. It's a good thing he hustled back because then he was able to get the steal.
And Coach Bouchard needs a timeout once again. Broncos are out of sorts.
Yeah, I think Coach Bouchard's pretty fed up with execution on the offensive end here. We looked a little discombobulated, so let's sit down and talk about it.
It's a full timeout. We'll keep it here once more. Broncos have just 2, I believe. Have a full and a 30. Leavenworth also has a full and a 30, so both teams with 2 apiece. Yeah, I can see from the scores table that they both have 2 timeouts apiece. So what do you need to draw up here if you're Coach Bouchard? You realistically, you have a minute 44. You could take it 2 easily. But now the question is, how do you complement that defensively? Are you going to stick to that full court or that man-to-man press and then also go to that half-court trap?
I like the half-court trap. We've had success with it tonight, so I would like to see that continue. Offensively here, I think he's drawing up a set play, but at the end of the day, I got to believe the ball is going to be in Jackson Bruce's hand to either create for himself or for a teammate. Maybe drive the middle of the lane, draw the defense, and kick it out. He's done that several times tonight, but the guys have struggled to make the shots. But, you know, we're a good enough shooting team, but they're going to fall eventually. So we'll see what he draws up here.
So this Broncos coaching staff in a bit of a desperation here and needs of, got to get a bucket. Not too much desperation. There's still time on the clock. Minute 44. They're more desperate for a defensive hold that can turn into a basket.
You just don't want empty possessions at this point. You got to at least get yourself a good shot. Leavenworth's really defending well, though. Whoa, tough shot.
Beck is blocked from behind by Brantley, but I think they're going to tag him with a foul. They are.
With a foul, which it looked like from up here that would be the correct call.
That's 4 on Adrian Brantley. That's a player you don't want to lose. The 6'3" junior has contributed 7 points so far. Phenomenal defense. Coach Leinbach in disbelief. Beck misses the first, and the Leavenworth basketball team, JV or freshman, I'm not sure what compile it is, but they're making noise. Making it feel like a home game for them. Second one missed by Beck, gets his own rebound. Miller dumped down to Beck, he's denied. This time it's a clean block. Broncos got to go to the full court press, brought in by Cheatham, and not before Coach Leinbach takes the 30-second timeout that we'll take with him. Minute 10, 3-point ball game. Pioneers trying to hang on. You're watching Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics. Broncos can keep it in the fight. Oh, so close. 1 possession ball game.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
There's the Pioneer student section right here. Trying to encourage this Leavenworth side to just their 5th victory of the season. And that one tossed away. And it's Hedrick.
Now we just have to do something with it. Good stop. This is as close as we've been in a long time, so let's see if we can get over the hump. There you go.
Bruce off the glass and in. Now you need to stop. 1-point ball game. It hasn't been like this since the first quarter to open the game.
Good defense here. Oh, okay, they call their last timeout.
And Coach Leinbach calls his last timeout with 44 seconds left. It's a 1-point ball game.
All you need is to stop here because there's 26 seconds on the shot clock, 44 seconds in the game. You get a stop, and you can get your hopefully the last shot of the game. As close as we've been, defense is better. I would continue with the traps. They've really been struggling with the traps, so I got to think a half-court trap here will continue. And you just got to make sure your rotations, if they pass the ball over that trap, that your rotations are on point and they can get to wherever the ball is going on time.
Now, if you get a stop and you get across half court, do you call a timeout if you're Coach Bouchard? You remember, you have 2 left, you have a full and a 30.
I believe he would, yes.
Which one are you using and why?
I would pull the full timeout first, just because I want to make sure, especially it might depend on where the game clock is. If you have the last shot of the game, you're going to take your full timeout. Sit down with the guys, make sure they know exactly what you want them to do, and so on and so forth. If you get, if there's more than 35 seconds left on the game clock, maybe you use your 30 right away. I'm not. It's the reason why he's a coach and I'm not. But at the end of the time, I would use the full timeout if we're under 35 seconds on the game clock, just to make sure the guys know. Spend a little extra time, a little extra 30 seconds there to make sure they know what you're drawing up.
All right, so here we go. Sideline inbound for the Pioneers. It's Gunnar Alonso.
And there's no need to foul. Just play good, solid defense. Looks like we're backing off the traps and just playing man-to-man. Oh, we got a gift.
Off the hands of Contravian Tolbert. That's the 8th Pioneer turnover. And you look in, they're going to go to the offense-defense subs. McAvoy checks in for Mikey Beck. Jordan Miller will call out the play.
And keep in mind here, 38 seconds on the game clock, so we're not going to get the last shot unless we get a rebound. So we'll see what happens here.
2 seconds separate shot and game clock.
I got to think he's going to get down to the 14, 15 seconds, and if no shots been taken, maybe a timeout.
Bruce hits it!
And that shows you why I'm up here and not down there. Jackson Bruce with a tough shot. A lot of time left, though. They're out of timeout, so just play good, solid defense here. Don't foul. He stepped out of bounds.
A costly mistake for the Pioneers.
Wow. A couple of momentary lapses there by Leavenworth might really cost him here.
Stepped out of bounds with 8 seconds remaining. No timeouts.
Nobody's back. I would leak somebody down towards our basket and have Jordan Miller being the quarterback. Throw that ball deep.
And you've got Coach Bouchard watching you.
Throw it deep, throw it deep, throw it deep. Eli, throw it to Eli.
Miller in for McAvoy, taken by Brantley, and the Pioneers in the lead. Timeout called by Coach Bouchard. Off the hands of McAvoy, and Brantley takes it for a 1-point lead. It's a full timeout the Broncos will use. We'll stay here. That can't be what was in the cards.
Oh, Eli was open. I've said this before on the broadcast. In those scenarios, I always keep a defender back to protect the basket. And he just didn't see him. Costly mistake here. It's not over. 4.5 seconds. We got to go the length of the floor, which is absolutely doable. You get 4 or 5 dribbles in, hopefully get a good shot. You'd like to be able to throw the ball towards half court if you can, but I'm not sure Leavenworth's going to allow us to do that the way they played defense all night. So.
Now, here's what I'll say. Broncos can use the 6.5 seconds that were now just put on the board.
That helps.
I imagine their plan is get across half court, you use that last 30-second timeout and draw up your play.
Yep.
That's what I believe this plan is going to be. If not, Bouchard will trust his guys and go the length of the floor and just heave something up. But I know Coach Bouchard wants his guys to design a play. He's designed a play to get them across half court, and he'll read it from there.
And the reason why that is it's so much easier. The effectiveness of drawing something up on your half of the court is much more effective than having to go the full court. So that's the reason why coaches try to get past half court and then call a timeout. But I got to think, if you got the ball in Jackson Bruce's hand and he's going down the middle of the lane, you're going to let him do his thing. So we'll see what happens here.
Here we go, 6.5 seconds. Pioneers lead by 1. Jackson Bruce has it. Has to get across half court. Does in time. Bruce Miller for the win. Oh, just off. And the Pioneers are going to stun the Broncos at home. 45-44 the final score. And Leavenworth has their 3rd victory against a Frontier League foe. They're going to stun the home side Broncos, who for the first time this season dropped their 2nd straight consecutive game. What a thriller it was. What a game this was, Curtis, but it doesn't go in the favor of the home side Broncos, the Pioneers.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give credit to Leavenworth. They played solid defense all night long, and they made a play when it mattered. You know, we had our chances. We were up. Looked like it was in our favor, but just takes one momentary lapse of concentration and one turnover. That's why we say these games often come down to 1, 2, maybe 3 plays that define the game, and you know, you're not going to put that loss on Jordan Miller for that pass either. You know, I'm sure Coach Bouchard's not. It's a team thing, and it's unfortunate that we lost here tonight, but at the same time, I know Coach Bouchard's telling the boys we had our chances. We had a lot of good chances down here this evening. We just weren't able to execute in key moments.
Our Elliott Insurance Group postgame show comes up after a word from our sponsors. Pioneers shocked the Broncos as we're sent off with the Spring Hill Bronco alma mater song.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's Heating and Air Conditioning Company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
First Option Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right. The first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live to close out the night. Our post-game show presented by Elliott Insurance Group. Elliott has served area communities for decades. When you're traveling to your next big matchup, be sure to look for an Elliott Insurance location near you or online at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com. Brenda Bull and Curtis Kaiser back here with you. Break down this thrilling victory in favor of the Pioneers. 45-44, the final score of this one. And wow, what a game, Curtis. Came to literally the final seconds.
Yeah, you know, again, it's all about execution in key moments, like I mentioned. It's unfortunate for the Broncos. They just struggled to defend tonight. Of course, you got to give credit to Leavenworth and their athleticism. We struggled to stay in front of them. They were able to get shots kind of whenever they wanted there, especially at key moments of the game. And so defensively, you just got to be able to lock them down, and we've been able to do that for the most part all season. But again, Leavenworth being one of the more athletic teams we've played against, you know, they get right up there with Bonner Springs, I think, from an athleticism standpoint. We just struggled defensively to keep them in bay tonight, so it's unfortunate. But again, we had chances, just weren't able to execute. But you know, the boys will have to learn from this and then get ready for a big Frontier League contest Friday at Lewisburg.
And for the Broncos, who, again, for the first time this season, dropped their second straight consecutive games. They'd always rebound after a loss, but tonight, unfortunately, just not the case. And I think you got to give big props to Coach Bouchard and his side for fighting all the way through this game, but again, you can't put the blame on any single player. It's not what it came down to. I think Leavenworth just did what they needed to do in the right moments, and I think that's what got them the victory.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there was Broncos. Every Bronco could have had something positive happen in key moments here, and they just weren't able to execute as a team. Like you said, it's not a single person's issue or anything like that, and I'm sure that's what Coach Bouchard's saying. It just comes down to execution, and typically that's something we do well, and that usually is fed by our defense. And then tonight we just struggled with the athleticism. So I don't know. You gotta forget about it and move on. But I'm sure Coach Bouchard's coaching them up right now in the locker room, talking about it and saying, let's learn from it and let's get ready for the last few Frontier League games to close out the regular season and then get ready for postseason.
We have the official numbers for the Pioneers. Leading the way for Leavenworth was Rivani Cheatham. He finished with 16 on the night. 9 for Adrian Brantley, 8 for Gunnar Alonzo, 7 for Contravian Tolbert, and 5 for Malachi Williams. Impressive night for Rivani Cheatham.
Yeah, he's one of those that we struggled with. Very quick, he's got good athleticism. He can jump out of the gym, good basketball IQ, very quick. Some guys you could say, they're fast, or he's got it all. He's very quick. He's quick to jump. He's understands the game well, and we just struggled to defend him here tonight.
And for the Broncos, take a look at that side of the scorebook. Jackson Bruce finishes with 14. Led the team in scoring. 3 from Henry Barnett. It was a very clutch 3. While Hedrick finishes with 6. Both very clutch 3-pointers. McAvoy with 2. Gebhards with 4. Brooks Byer with 12. I believe that I got everybody. Yeah.
I think I had Byer for 11 to get the 44.
Yep. Or Byer with
35, 38, yeah.
Yep, 11. Okay, that's on me. I had one pen stroke too long that looked like a number that shouldn't. So
if he had 12, we'd still be playing.
But I think it was a great balanced night for the Broncos. You had Jackson Bruce with a stunning 10 points in the second half, and then Brooks Byer continuing his steady paint presence. But yeah, I think this isn't a loss that you hang your head on. I think this is a loss that was, you go, okay, we were right in it. What do we need to do to make sure that we preserve victories like this?
Well, you can't get behind early. You know, we played catch up the whole game. You know, and when you think of a basketball player as talented as Jackson Bruce only having 1 point at halftime, that's probably never going to happen again. But that's one of those things that we as the Broncos team can't allow that to happen. So we need to support him, get him in position, and share the ball with him in certain spots to make him get easier shots. But, you know, Jackson's very unselfish. He doesn't force it. He lets the game come to him until he can tell it in the second half where, hey, we need a bucket, and I'm the guy. And so then he started being a little bit more aggressive with the ball, and good things started to happen. But, you know, it's you look up and down this roster, McAvoy with 2 points, you know, you as a senior, you'd hope to get more out of him, you know. But again, it's a team thing. You know, they were defending at a very high level, and so it was hard for us to get good perimeter shots off tonight, which is what, you know, Peyton brings to the game. So just a tough night all around. Again, they'll learn from it and get ready for Friday.
And we'll take a look at this Friday matchup between the Broncos and the Wildcats of Lewisburg. Lewisburg's been on a tear recently, led by third-year head coach Ben Dahl, who, I mean, he looks primed and ready to have his guys at a better spot. They've got the 6'6" sophomore Herschel Strumberger. They have a balanced guard attack that's very young and poised and ready. And then you look at the girls' side, and they're going to come ready with Tatum Battle having a phenomenal campaign. McKenna Losi, who hasn't had the year she has wanted. She's still been a really great senior leader and contributor for the Wildcats. So this will be an interesting Friday night to see how the Broncos will fare. But I know one thing for sure, Lady Broncos want to go 10 straight. The Broncos boys, they just want to get back in the win column where they know they should be.
Yeah, I mean, and again, you know, the rivalry games like that, records don't really matter anything, and I'm sure that's what Coach Tuttle and Coach Bouchard are going to tell everybody. Like, this is where our Frontier League experience is coming to an end here. We want to go out winners, and we want to beat Lewisburg one more time as always, and so they'll have their teams ready to play. I don't doubt about that. So we're looking for a couple good matchups on Friday.
And we also look forward to Thursday. The Bronco boys wrestling team will have a duel against Gardner Edgerton. It's senior nights for the Broncos, and we'll try our best to make sure we have a broadcast for you. It'll be in the Aux Gym again, so the other computer had issues with the guest Wi-Fi, so we're hoping that we don't have any issues on our end. But again, make sure you tune in. Begin coverage at 5:50 on Spring Hill Sports Live on Thursday, and then the game Friday will be exclusively on Lewisburg Sports Live unless otherwise noted. I'm not sure who will be on the call for that one Friday. I imagine, boss man BJ Harris would want to do it, but unless otherwise, it'll be BJ Harris exclusively on Lewisburg Sports Live on Varsity Sports Live. Coverage of that game begins at 5:45. There's Caden in the shot.
Either way, there'll be a legend calling the game, whether it's B.J. Harris or it's Brendan Bowman.
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves with that. But that'll conclude our coverage of Bronco basketball tonight here on Lewisburg Sports Live. We thank all of our fans for tuning in and watching. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors for supporting us and the athletes and parents and coaches who want to have this sort of coverage. And I'd like to thank my partners, Ken Carbajo and Curtis Kaiser, for joining me tonight here in Spring Hill. This has been a presentation of Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live. I'm Brendan Bullen signing off. I'll see you Thursday. But Bronco basketball back at home on the 20th of February when we take on the Eudora Cardinals. Good night and go Broncos.
From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage.